Listen to radio show when the other stations are tuned in too.
Welcome to the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM.
Alright, welcome back. It is still Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Time check right now is 8:43 a.m. It's time for us to look through, major focus on two major stories off the front pages of our papers. My name still remains Omobola Sandra. I still have Fuhad Sahid somewhere virtually with us, who would also air his own thoughts as regards the focus for the day. And let's get into it. So we're taking our major headline of the front page of Vanguard, and that's as regards exploitative pricing. So the question or the angle we're looking at this from is, what do you think about this directive from the FCCPC? So the FCCPC have been given 1 month notice to crash down prices of goods in the market, saying that there's a need due to price fixing, price gouging, and all of those things. The FCCPC have deemed it fit that everyone should crash their price. So what do you think about this directive, and what do you make of the allegation of price gouging by traders? And do you think the government is addressing the real issues that has led to high prices of goods and products? That was the first story that we treated this morning when we kicked things off on trends in the papers as regards that particular one. So kindly share your thoughts, what you think as regards that. There have been reactions. I have here some are saying it can lead to scarcity, business closure, job losses. Stakeholders are reacting to this particular directive. Price reduction a mirage unless insecurity and high transport cost is reduced, and that's coming from TUC. And then you have rising cost of food items. Catholic bishop tax federal government on security of farmers. So that is, it's a very, well put together, detailed report that you can get in Vanguard. So as regards price fixing, do you think that yes, maybe there is the issue of price fixing? It's a serious problem here. Price gouging, price fixing, yes, they're unethical and yes, they are illegal. But do you think that this directive from the FCCPC is the way to go as regards ensuring that we get it right as regards inflation? Because as I mentioned earlier, reactions to this particular ones. Okay, no, let's quickly look at this. Some of the market stakeholders who spoke at the engagement said high cost on transportation, insecurity, multiple taxation, among others, were the reasons for the continuous increase in prices of goods and services. Mr. Ifeanyi Okonkwo, the chairman, National Association of Nigerian Traders, FCT chapter, said that charges on imported goods at the ports had also contributed to the hike in prices. Mr. Emmanuel Odugo from Kubo Spare Parts Market said the initial cost of transportation of a trailer load of tire from Lagos to Abuja was 450,000 naira before, but now it is 1 million naira to transport tire from Lagos. Just transport alone. All right. So if you put all of these together, and where exactly are we going to move? There's also bank interest rates coming at over 30%, and this is also part of the reasons for high cost of goods. We also have here Mr. Solomon Ukeme, representing Master Bakers Association, saying rapid increase of major ingredients like flour, sugar, butter have contributed to the high cost of confectionaries. All right.
And how do you tell bakers now to crash the price of bread?
When flour that used to be 34,000 is now 74,000.
Okay, all right.
And there's also multiple taxation. All right. So the TUC
energy costs too. Mostly the bakery is on band A. It is a band A bakery.
Pay 1 billion. It's all right. The TVC has said that until the issue of insecurity and high cost of transport and services were addressed, any talk of reduction of price within a month is a mirage. We also have here Clifford Egbo-Miede, public analyst and communications expert, saying that yes, this is well intentioned, but unintended consequences like direct price controls would disrupt the natural balance of supply and demand that will lead to potential shortages. And we also have here Barrister Charity Onwuka saying that the federal government has no right to force traders to crash prices. So let's have a conversation. Do you think the government is addressing the real issues that has led to the high prices of goods and products? And what do you make of allegations of by FCCPC? Because the story has been going around as well. Rumor mill has it that the people are also complicit in the problem that we have in this country. They take advantage of the laxity of the government, or the the complacency of the government, and increase prices as well. Do you think that should also be looked into as well? Let's have a conversation around it. And speaking of band A or no band A, this story is here as regards the fact that UNILAG, that's University of Lagos, one of our prestigious universities in Nigeria, has been disconnected.
That's nice now.
From the distribution company.
How prestigious is it now?
Off the grid. They've disconnected them off the grid. They're saying they are owing over 1 billion naira on electricity alone. That means they will not have water. What? That means there will not be water. How people?
Yes, how do they pump water?
Will not bath to go to work, to go to class. Look at that. There's a ripple effect here of what? Because now
it's a prestigious university.
We're in the dry season. People, will sweat a lot, but it's okay. Anyways,
Even if you're not sweating, you have water.
After 180 million has been paid, they were still disconnected just on Tuesday. All right, and if we look at that against the recent directive from the president that let's give 50% electricity subsidy to the hospitals and also the educational sector. What do you think as regards this? Do you think this is the right way to go, or do we still need to address the conversation around this categorizing of thing, this band A thing, this banding or issue as well that has also come up, and also this subsidy conversation as well, as Fuad was trying to put it or analyze it earlier on in the morning as regards proper thoughts being put into policies from this particular government. So let's have a conversation around this too. I'll start with Fuad very quickly, and then we can open the phone line.
Well, again, Sandra, on this issue of the directive to crash price, you can't talk about fair pricing if you don't have the indices. It would be nice to know what the FCPCC has, what research they've done. I've seen them make a mention of one or two situations, which is not enough really to assume that there's price gouging. Price gouging requires extensive research. It requires extensive understanding of the principles of fair pricing. You have to have all of the indices for you to conclude that indeed there's price gouging. It's not just something you make on the top of your head because you've done one or two samples and to now assume that, look, the reason why we have high prices of goods because people are just intentionally fixing ridiculous prices. The reality is that, look, we've moved in the last 1 year from one point to another point. And all of those factors are the reason why we have this mess. Those are the things we need to address. We just talked about bakers now. Sandra, it's almost like a weekly thing. If you want to buy bread now, the price you are buying it with, the next time you go there, and a lot of times when you talk to bakers, they tell you that, look, this butter we're buying it for this and suddenly move to this. But when this same studio, the reality of duty rate being calculated, and in just 1 month, he said it has moved like about 24 times. You understand what I'm saying? The cost of energy, because again, I think one of the samples that Mr. Tujibe gave was that there was this food processor. He saw the price in the US and he saw the price in Nigeria at one price, and then after 1 month the price went somewhere like the man in the US probably will have to look at a whole lot of other things for determining his own price. Here the man is looking at energy costs, he's looking at so many costs, issue of logistics and what have you. So you cannot go 1 or 2 isolated situations for you to now conclude that you get price gouging. And then this idea of 1 month note directive, then we need to ask ourselves, if you are giving a directive for people to bring down price, what do they consider as fair pricing? Have they done the extensive research? And they must give us a list of all the goods. Because if you are talking about fair pricing, You must list all the goods you've identified. You must show us the research that has shown that there's price gouging, and then tell us what you consider as fair pricing for people to work with. Bring the calculations to the table for the traders. The real issues are there, we are not addressing it. And that takes us to the second issue of now subsidy for public health institutions, for public universities. I'm telling you that the private sector also needs subsidy. See, it has serious subsidy. And when we were saying it then, that removing subsidy was not going to solve the problem. It was going to aggravate the problem. Look at what we have now. You know, I've always talked about the fact of trying to solve a problem by creating a bigger problem. We said it at that time that subsidy was not the problem. The corruption around subsidy was what government was supposed to sit and fix. Now we remove subsidy, we wanted to remove it. We have now created more problem now. We are now having different requests for subsidy everywhere. We are not, a simple thing as even right now, we have to now subsidize. And with that also comes with some corruption. So it's a situation with somebody that is sick. They say 2 one time. Say, how do I say 2 2 2? You're now saying 3 2 instead of 1. Standard.
All right. Thank you very much, Fuad, for your thoughts. I appreciate them. So let's open the phone.
You know what I'll say with the 2 2 2 thing? You can say it the way you want to say.
I
help you to translate.
No. I refuse. All right, well, the phone line is open. 0913-6000-410, 0913-6000-410. That is the number to call to join the conversation. You have just 2 minutes to air your thoughts as regards to these two major focal points. These two focal points, rather, that we have, put out. We are also live on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. On Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. So you can drop your comments in the live chat section as well, and we'll read them as the show progresses. You can also send WhatsApp messages to 0913-6000-430. 0913-6000-430. That is the number to send your WhatsApp messages to. This is Mainland 98.3 FM. You're on to Mainland Focus. Yes. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
I greet you and give it a one.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I am emotional with this one. You get to come in.
All right.
Emotionally, when you say from Nigeria, I'm paying now to the place under the bridge. I'm going to make clear for now. Federal government doesn't seek for public opinion. They will just be there in their power, bringing things free and bringing profit, and they bringing a change everything. Before you crash prices, first of all, go and crash Boko Haram and the bandits nicknamed terrorists inside our farmland. Crash interpretation, crash transports from Asaba to 40 container. They are using 1.2 million naira from 150,000 2012. Crash maybe you can have a better money for it. Crash Lagos Highway and accepted money. I cannot go and buy Gary for people. You say you want to fix my life. It is not us. We are no longer small boys. We go to school. The only difference between Nigerian government and politicians and me and you is because of some of them are entering the INF. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Concerning NEPA, it is unacceptable. It's a very oligarch. Nothing. They are causing after the people are empty. You see when the eyes are come, what is their life? Okay, how do you expect them to produce good graduates? But I think believe that we have a viable graduate that can compete with you. Sorry. No Nigerian politician style unless you respect Nigeria. That's what they are doing now.
Alright, thank you.
I end by saying this. One day.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello? Okay. Thank you very much, Comrade Koboko. I appreciate your contribution. 0913-6000-410. That is the number to call to join the conversation. And we're also taking WhatsApp messages as well on 0913-6000-430. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
Thank you, Alagi.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. On the issue of crashing price of commodities, it's like if the government is trying to, somebody beating around the bush. You know, it's like you cannot have a kind of say, you know, on what you don't hold. You can't have a say there. They need to do the right and do the needful. Let me give you an example. When MTN is, raking Nigerians when they came in, what happened? Blow came in and transferred the price. That is marketing for you. They don't need to do that. They need to do the right thing. We are talking of security of farmers. Look, what's around Abuja? I'm very close. I'm very comfortable to that place because Niger is where I school in Mina, and I know what you see. The Gwari people, they are good farmers. In farming, planting in yam. Look at the insecurity in Niger State. You don't address that. You are not talking of crashing down the something. You don't do the needful. Please, the government should do the needful. On the issue of UNILAG, I mean, what kind of inspiration, what kind of message are they sending to these young boys and young girls, putting them into darkness? It's a symbol of, darkness. You understand? These are new generation that is just coming up. You are putting them into darkness. But UNILAG for that matter. First of all, let me appeal to the alumni of UNILAG. UNILAG is a respected institution. Our former past president, Yoshiba, graduated from that place. Let them rally around that school. Let that place, be comfortable to the look. I have a son in UNILAG. You understand? It's not even life. With so many things is wrong there. But that life, this life is very important. And and the authorities should to wait in. Good enough the government has give you kind of subsidy. So let it be effective. Now let me just round up on the issue of the NLC, the sorry Sandra. You see, they should send a good message. You see, by singing solidarity song when Ajero was invited, it's a disgrace. This is authority arrogancy. Let them operate in a civilized manner. Have a nice day. Thank you.
It's okay. All right. Thank you very much, Alhaji Sabara. Appreciate your contribution this morning. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Pastor Ambrose, we can't go to another day. Sandra, federal government is giving conditions, what do you call it now, concerning prices. Sandra, I go and buy rice for 50,000. I sell it for 52. I go back to the market and I buy it for 55. Have I made any profit? So simply because I bought it for 50, even if the price has gone to 55 for wholesale, I should still go ahead and sell for 52. Sandra, before you know it, I will close shop. Then I will be among the unemployed. Because a lot of people have always heard them say that they are child of their deed. But they will never tell you government that we tell you fuel is 500 today, ready to 800 tomorrow. They will never tell you that government has issues. Government that will sell dollar today for 1,000, tomorrow they sell it for 1,000. They will never tell you everything they say. You see, this Nigeria is a capitalist country. You are allowed to operate. When everybody is buying, when there is enough food, prices will crash. The reason why prices are not crashing is because there are the supply and the issue of fuel, the issue of electricity, the issue of dollar, they are all there. So I know people who are selling, me too I buy. They will say something. Before I went the other day, I wanted to buy drug. When they told me it was 6,000 naira, I got there, they say no, they want to check the market to know how much they will go and buy it. They made it at 7,000. The guy said he won't sell low. He can only, because he had told me it was 6,000 before, he will only sell one for me for 7,000. I said he should give me two. He said no, he won't give me. Because he has already committed himself. So if he sells now, like I said, when he go back now, he will use the state to buy it. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Pastor Ambrose. I appreciate your submission this morning. 2 minutes past 9, and this is still Mainland 98.3 FM. Don't forget, we are live on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. All right, the number to call is still 0913 6000 rather. Hello, good morning.
Very good morning to you, Omobola Sandra.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
My name is M쏘ɪᴜᴜ calling you from Kenya this morning. You see, crashing of food price by the federal government, we treat it as a rather as a tonic. We must now know something that is clear. Then we only insult the custom not to take duty for many people coming from above. For just for 5 months. Don't you know that part of those will be coming down from those who got it to the country? I did not give you any number. You can move up million, multi-million to the country. But what would the retailer who went there to buy? That's what I started a lot of money to. We must encourage ourselves now, but help ourselves now. People say, okay, we still no food in Nigeria, for those insecurity. Okay, the one we are eating, is it all for heavy? The pepper that's coming down now, the guy that's coming down now, is it all for heavy? It's not somebody that will go there to protect it. We in Nigeria, some of us are so wicked. Look at the dose in the land giving out. The bag it and say that it's very high price. So for me, we must cost ourselves. What they say now is a tonic. We must not be okay. They say very rational, very missing. The price must be lesser than the one we are selling before. That's the money to we that's buying it, that is to sell it. And finally for the Unilag, look at 2 billion. What are you doing in the international university? You are collecting money. Not only in part of Lagos, it's the majority of the universities. So corruption is the only we are facing. The moment we change the motor corruption, the better for Nigeria. Whether you are a professor, you are a doctor, you are PhD, you are this, let's corruption setting. You be able to start illiterate. And that was worrying us. We want to use my dearest Sandra.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate your contribution, Prince Wise. All right, let's take some WhatsApp messages. I have quite a number of them, so I'll take them. I'll be back to the phone line in a bit. I have here Noah from Igondo. Good morning, Sandra. As far as there's price legislation and control in Nigeria, inflation will continue to dominate the market. As far as government economic policies don't have human face, only the super rich will enjoy whatever they want. As far as there is impunity in the land, there is no way these hellish experiences will be abated. There is no fuel at the moment, yet we have high cost of forex, and surprisingly, one government agency is chasing shadows, threatening people to bring down prices through coercion. Play then they play. Noah from Igondo sharing that one there. I also have here Achogba from Achogba Solomon is on the road. Okay. Does it mean almost everyone in this government is trying to push Alibaba and his boys out of the comedy business? They have gone beyond regulating what's even beyond their power, leaving reality to chase shadows. You see how much ransom was paid in the last 1 year and the number of Nigerians killed and kidnapped. And there are many unreported cases. And Tinubu is on his way to China, stopping by in UAE to woo investors when about 16 multinationals divested and left in the last 1 year, including his former employer, ExxonMobil. Tinubu and his boys should continue playing while hunger and every other pain if Nigeria keep rising due to its policies and lack of political will to fight insecurity and corruption in the oil sector and other areas. Nigeria, hope we reach thee. And that's Achogba Solomon sharing that one on WhatsApp. I also have here Steve Ikelu from Maryland. Good morning. This government never stops to amaze me. How will these traders reduce the prices of foodstuff? Have you forgotten in a hurry the killing of 13 farmers in Niger State, Benue, and other states is the cause of food inflation, cost of PMS, kidnapping, and other insecurity in the land caused by farmers? I think giving farmers 1 month to crash food prices is another myopic move. May God help this nation. And that's Steve Ikelu from Maryland sharing that one. I also have here Femi Ogunsoya. I think our tertiary institutions by now should have been generating their electricity. Government should stop indulging them. What are they teaching all the electrical engineering students? Femi Ogunsoya asking that. Well, that's a good question though, but it's all right. Akin Adigun from Iyanokwaja is saying, on government directives for price reductions, I don't know why our governments always believe they can run our affairs by mere directives. Obviously, this agency of government behind the directive is acting from a detached position, because it smacks of insensitivity that the government seems to only be interested in controlling prices, but mostly unconcerned about the seller's cost profile or their business challenges. On UNILAG's power supply situation, it's so sad. I don't want to imagine what being a student would be like in that environment now. But then I wonder, with all the professors, can't the school generate its own power? Aki Adigu from Yanokwaja also sharing his thoughts there. I also have here, hello Milan FM, crashing of price fixing is just a speck in the issue of food inflation and crisis in Nigeria. As human beings are rational beings, and as such we want to make profit and even excess profit. Nigeria's issue is peculiar, and it all grew worse when our president removed subsidy and floated the naira, which led to a domino effect affecting the country now. Reversal of these policies and fighting corruption is the way forward. That's John from Festac sharing that one. And let's go back to the phone line. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Madam Sandra.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is Samuel calling from Mᴏᴏᴜ. Good morning, sir.
All right, carry on.
Yes. I want to say something concerning the issue of the agency that is telling the marketers that they should crash the price of the commodities in the market. Yes. So it is now they can speak for Nigeria, Abi. You see, we will continue beating around the bush until the right thing has been done. You understand? If we are not ready to do the right thing, there is no way we can correct anything. You see, you are talking about the price of commodities. I'm asking the federal government, if you want the price of the commodities and the other things to start to crash in the market, what effort are you making to crash the price? Number one, you don't have, from local government, you don't have control of any market. You understand? You don't have control of any market, even in the local government, and you are talking about the price of things. So I think the only way they can do it is for them, if the government really wants to even help the masses or to crash the price of food stuff. This is the harvest time now. People are harvesting things now. Set up market from local government, different states, and the state government should involve. It should set up market and go to the community, all those villages, buy those products from those things. If you that's the only way to subsidize. You buy from the farmers direct and put in those markets, and that is why from there the population will be moving there.
Thoughts, please. I'd also like to reiterate, kindly stick within the 2 minutes time frame that's allotted to the callers. Would appreciate that. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
My name is Logi calling from Yanokwaja.
You're welcome.
People cannot go to sell their market. How can you buy why can you buy something of 5,000 naira? You sell it 6,000, somebody tell you to sell it 3,000 naira. Even that 5,000 said, you are not seeing people to buy it. People are closing. That is what you have when you have irresponsible government in place. said something. He said, if you are a leader, either a president or a governor, any leader, don't drink before you go out public and make comments. Because that comment you make is going to destroy many things. That is what happened in Nigeria. How can somebody just go? If you saw this is gone, people will complain. Sandra, I'm telling you, food is not scarce in Nigeria. We don't have money to buy the food. That is, if you want to buy 10 bags of garri, you will still buy here. But there's no money to buy. That is what we are complaining. There's no two way. 1 + 1 is 2. Tomorrow is 2. Every day anyway you do America is 1 + 1 is 2. So if you think that because of Boko Haram or something, no. What caused the problem? Go back to the drawing board and restart where you caused the problem. Until we do that, nothing will happen. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate your contribution. Let's take some messages from Facebook. We have quite a number of them as well. I have here Benjamin is saying, that's Benjamin from Shogunle on Facebook, is saying, good morning. The Nigerian government and all her agencies always act drama for the masses to watch. How can federal government, whose bad policy of subsidy gone, affecting every aspect of the economy, now transferring blame to sellers in the market while selling products based on cost effect? Let the FCCPC start from price of petrol cut. The government of President Tinubu should please solve the problem he has created based on subsidy gone policy. All he is doing, trying to solve the problem, will not work. The Nigerians know the cause of the problem. Why are people finding it difficult to get fuel over a month now? And the president, who is the Minister of Petroleum, is not telling Nigerians why. Because why? His own is to travel here and there looking for investors that will not come because of insecurity and lack of electricity. The president and his cabinet should stop lying to the masses and fix the problems of Nigeria. And that's Benjamin from Shogunle on Facebook sharing that one. I also have here Basil Chika on Facebook. This government is just playing to the gallery on prices of goods hike. Instead of the government to be asking the traders to bring down the price of wares, they will firstly remove all the hiccups like agberos, uniform tax collectors on the road and in the market, and bring down the import duties, remove the subsidies gone policy, lastly address the issues of insecurity and cut down the cost of governance, which is the big elephant in the room. Chika Basil on Facebook. On Tᴏᴜᴜ Michael on Facebook. For goodness sake, how long will this administration continue to chase mere shadows? I wonder how price fixing can come into a problem that has been created by the government with all its aggressive revenue generation and the pronouncement of subsidy is gone. Rather than reduce the price of fuel pump and put a stop to the collection of illegal money by non-state actors and security operatives, they are busy going through the route of giving order to forcefully crash prices within 1 month. If I may ask, with all of the several grains that have been distributed, has he been able to crash prices in the market? On the disconnection of power supply at the prestigious Unilag, I will say it's highly embarrassing. If Nigeria is supplying neighboring countries and are not disconnected despite the heavy debt they are owing, I see the lapses of government and the management of most of these federal establishments. The government should do the needful. God bless Nigeria. And that's Tᴏᴜᴜ from Ijagemo community. I also have here James Ogbuna is sharing. Sandra and distinguished Fuad, I greet you essentially. I like the move by the FCCPC to mandate traders to cash prices of goods. But as good as this is, it is as bad as cutting off the head in order to cure headache. The move is exactly like cutting down a tree from the top. Every good attempt by the government is done with wrong method. It is just the same wrong method of trying to stop students of under 18 from writing WAEC, NECO and JAM. So, Sandra, if I crash the prices of my goods, who pays the running cost I will incur? If the government giving traders subsidy to reduce their prices, who pays for the transportation, settling security operatives and agbero on the road, the electricity and other costs? If the government will pay the differentials to traders, then there's no yawa. Abi, sure you understand what I'm saying? Yes, well, I do. So, James Ogbuna from Oshodi. Thank you very much. I also have here Morfat Akinola will come out saying federal government is owing like NNPCL. That's the discourse now, not the institutions themselves. I don't even know how it's going to work anyways, but if we're going to look at it from the full aspect now, that would be the discourse now coming forward to say federal government is owing them. But thank you for bringing that up. Thank you very much, Morfat Akinola on Facebook. I also have here, good morning. On price control, it is a good move, but the federal government needs to reduce the tariffs on goods across borders and locally manufactured goods to lower the prices. Otherwise, all this unnecessary threat will be a waste of time. On electricity disconnection, it is unbelievable that the great Unilag will be in this mess. It only indicates that the federal government is not doing anything reasonable as regards our federal universities. Nigeria is going down gradually, and this government is not bothered. Honestly, I'm seriously afraid of what tomorrow will be. And that's Damilola from Alaba. Well, the federal government has, there's a directive coming in now that there will be 50% electricity subsidy for hospitals and tertiary institutions, that's the education sector. All right, so maybe they will be able to enjoy some sort of relief from that particular one, hopefully. But then let's have a conversation. This is Mainland 98.3 FM. We're live on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. The number to call to join the conversation is 0913 6000 410. 0913 6000 410. That is the number to call to join the conversation. Hello, good morning.
Morning to you, Sandra. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Good morning.
This is Engineer Nee from Yabaya.
All right.
Yeah, controlling price. They should know where it is coming from. And Tʀᴇɪᴅs that just came to just been appointed by Mr. President is very close to Mr. President. If we want to control prices, we should first of all, because it's very close to Mr. President, control the fuel prices and also go to lawsuit and find out how much they are paying for service. Even scanning hundreds of thousands of naira, and the Tʀᴇɪᴅs wife is the PC of lawsuit. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm saying the fact. Charity begins at home. Let me start from there. When the import fee increase how many times in a year, and also you float the naira, you remove the subsidy, no social net for people, and then you want to control the price. And then we are talking of price for commodities. There is no buffer to mitigate any scarcity. When we have bumper harvest, when it is season to harvest maize harvest, you have to buy it and stock and then put them out. When there is scarcity, there is no any measure in place to mitigate scarcity. And you said people should, and then he was citing an example of what he bought in the UK for $2 or so, and it's not 35,000. How many duties were paid? How much transport paid? How many agbero was paid on the road? And all the transport and all the costs. It cannot, you see, let them put on their thinking cap and retrace their steps on whatever measure they are, whatever policy they are thinking about. They should think twice. Then concerning Unilag issue, you see, they are bringing 50% this thing because of something that something like that are happening. You see, you should not be robbing Peter to pay Paul. Let everybody enjoy all these subsidies. There is no, in other countries, there are social nets for people. These things are not available in Nigeria. Yet, federal government is making money, every day, trillions.
Nice.
And the people are not enjoying anything. Let us try it out loud to them that they should replace their steps.
Okay.
Their policies should be withdrawn.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Samuel.
All right.
I'm calling from Tị̀kwàsị of Lagos State.
Okay.
I want to appreciate you people, you and Fuad, for the good job you are doing to keep Nigeria informed about what's happening around the world. Number one, the directive on the issue of price something within a month. It's an agri system of government. You know, if you have patronized yellow buses, when agri want to collect money from you, and the driver is telling, I've not bought fuel, I've just came out now, I've not realized anymore. I will tell you that I don't want to know where you are going to get money. Just give me my 1,000. So those people that are implementing, they don't want to
they don't apply expenses. They don't know the implication of their statement, policy statement. You know, there are fundamental issues to be addressed. They have abandoned it. You can't issue a sentiment statement that subsidy is gone. That will not affect price. Sorry for that. Right. Okay, you can't keep on increasing import duty, and especially not to reflect on prices of goods and services. You can't keep on increasing interest rates. You don't expect that to affect prices of goods and services. You can't keep on sustaining insecurity and extortion along our main roads by security uniform men as well as agri-rules. That will not affect prices of goods and services. It's very, very unfortunate that we have entered one chance. Yeah, I don't know, maybe something mysterious will happen and deliver us from this kind of government. Some people will still come out and tell you that our president is being pragmatic and methodological. I don't know what is being pragmatic and methodological about destroying Nigerian economy. Somebody that I don't know. I'm very, very sorry to say this.
Thank you. 2 minutes up.
You are rendering people out homeless because you want to extend.
Thank you, Mr. Sambo.
All
right, it's all right. Thank you very much. I appreciate your contribution. Hello?
Madam Sandra.
Yes, good morning.
It's okay. Everybody is okay. They are facing it now. Madam Sandra.
Yes, sir.
Of that part. In our Yoruba land, one ẹni tí ò dání lókòwò kò lè bèrè bí èèyàn ṣe business now. Somebody that did not give you money for your business, he's not asking you how you are going to do your business or you give the statement. Never. Go to port, container to clear 40 feet container. Go and ask. Not 3 million, no. Not 4 million, no. Go and ask them. So they want to dictate for those people that are buying something on 100 million to come and sell it on 10,000. Nothing. It cannot possible. Look at the way we just wake up that okay, is what we tell Ogbo that Ogbo will go. I will say this. No, that's never possible. Now go and do your investigation in Unilag. My wife finished from there now. Is 15,000 they always removed from, collected from there. For the NEPA, go and confirm. Is that how we are going to find ourselves? One day, monkey will go market, will not come back. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your contribution. Let's take our final call for this morning. Hello?
Hello.
Oh no, I can barely hear you. I am so sorry. I can barely hear you. Yes. All right. Well, let's see if we can still squeeze in one more phone call for this morning. It's 0913-6000-410. That is the number to call. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
What does it cost government? We are in the
Mr. Fẹ́mi
period now. Yes.
Okay.
Harvesting period. Maize we can go maize 3 times in a year. Go to the people that are selling these stocks. And the government buy from them, then through the local government start distributing. Local government in several of the people can have about 2 or 3 markets. Open market every Tuesdays and Thursdays. People can go there and buy because you are already subscribed. Number 1. Number 2, the right thing. You can't say they are open border for this month. Okay, the day is start by October. Never is coming. When it comes in, there are people that you can talk to. Local government might do that. The chairman, when you look at you, this is how we are going to be. You are going to be giving all the tax. Tell at this price, and make it now. Look at the issue of now you are now go to Mushi market. Indomie, Olam, the one that are still remaining are still there. Go to their management. You guys are paying 50 naira to tax by share. Pay 20 naira. You make it 10 naira. They say, please don't reject anybody. Let the abuser want to retain their staff. Then the remaining 5, what do you mean, my sister? It can't work. You cannot just come out in the day and start saying in 1 month you do this, that. Who does that? This is the other time we're trying to give that program now. And 2, that no 2, that no prepare now, go now. My sister, I got something. Look, Happy Cross was 100 naira. That's going to push it. Not because it's about 7, 8 now.
True.
We don't eat this man. I want him to succeed, but they are going to bring it. Not the military regulars will don't come out with their documents who does that so that we don't okay. We don't know where it is. We have to as I listen to you people and to your people, I have been to look at are we the same country?
Right.
What did you do there? Well, the more become cash price. So that we don't go with it.
Thank you, Mr. Femi.
I think you can go to back to
Yes, amen. Hopefully. Thank you very much, Mr. Femi. Thank you to everyone who has put a phone call through. Welcome side for heading to the studio for the remaining 30 seconds that we have on the show.
For Mr. Femi Onosoya from my 12. We started incantation
Engineer
already.
Femi Onosoya.
Okay, Engineer Femi Onosoya. I think you were sounding like you were
No.
When he was doing...
He said he said, you know, I had to remove the headset so that because he let him not go and tell me something. I'll carry the console to my house.
But what he was trying to say is that, look, it's almost looking like incantation, let it happen. It's not going to happen.
But it's a directive.
Through fetish means or what? Is it a spiritual power that will force it down?
Did he bring out for sharing? Did you see him bring out any?
That was what
did he bring out a Did you see red cloth when he was talking? You people. Anyways, let's wrap things up with some messages that we have here. Let's see we still have messages on Facebook as well. Christopher F. Young is saying good morning. God bless you guys. The only thing that can crash the price of goods in Nigeria is for the federal government to go back to amend their policies. All these bubu yaya formulas will not work. Nigeria is a great country. Until federal government and politicians stop nepotism, incompetency, favoritism, and others, we're going nowhere. Fouad, let me shock you. A friend of mine parked from Lagos to Ogun State last week. Do you know how much he paid to non-state actors on the road? 10,000 naira.
That's to move his property.
No receipts. The question is, where is this money going? That is the power of corruption in our country, Nigeria. God bless Nigeria, my country. And that is Christopher F. Young sharing that one on Facebook. I also have here Dakwo Dele Ajayi saying good morning. They want to fix price. How is it possible? What is the government doing for her citizens that they want to control the prices of the traders? I wish them well. Dele from Adealu sharing that one right there. I also have Kabiru Adegbero is saying good morning. God bless Mr. Fouad for speaking the truth on behalf of the citizens. This government has no idea at all. They want prices to come down in a month when no good policies to make things better. God bless my country, Nigeria. And that's a wrap for today. I sincerely apologize if we're not able to take your messages because we have a lot of WhatsApp messages that we're not able to take. And aside from that, Facebook messages and also some phone calls. We sincerely apologize. But of course, the conversation continues by 4 p.m. with Ʞᴏᴜ Akinode in the Situation Room and with Said Fouad on Sunday on Political Roundtable by 6 p.m. So stay tuned to Mainland 98.3 FM. Before we go, or before we sign out of this particular program, would like to call out a certain Mr. Peter from Agbado with a phone number 0803 527 3644 has been sending some very, very colorful messages, and it is no longer funny. And it is just, we're not taking it lightly anymore from this moment henceforth. I had to call out his number, I had to call out his name, and it is just no longer funny. Mr. Peter from Agbado.
As he writes a pseudonym, most likely that's not his real name.
That's what he's put
we'll dig into it.
That's what he put here.
It's just fishing out here.
And you will definitely be fished out, and something will definitely be done. And we have records of all the messages that you are sending. It is no longer funny, and we are not going to accept it anymore. We're simply doing our job, which is to ensure that the right information goes out for us to get a greater and better Nigeria. Well, that's a wrap for today. My name still remains Omobola Sandra. Thank you very much for your time, Said Fouad.
Thank you for having me, Sandra.
All right, please stay tuned.